In the heart of Asia, there exists a city where millions walk through crowded streets long past midnight, without fear, where neon lights shimmer across silent harbors, and safety feels less like law, more like instinct. This is Hong Kong, a metropolis that defies logic, a place where chaos and calm coexist. While other cities sleep behind locked doors, Hong Kong stays awake, unafraid. How does a city so dense, so alive, remain one of the safest on Earth? Tonight, we uncover the secret heartbeat of safety, hidden beneath the rhythm of Hong Kong's endless night. Hong Kong glows like a dream caught between skyscrapers and sea. The streets never sleep. Neon signs flicker against wet asphalt. Trams rattle through midnight markets, and the hum of life feels endless. Yet within this restless rhythm, there's an astonishing calm. People walk alone at 2 a.m. without glancing over their shoulders, and children run through crowded arcades as if danger simply doesn't exist. In a world where urban nights often mean unease, Hong Kong stands apart, vibrant, awake, and remarkably unafraid. The secret lies not in isolation or heavy policing, but in something deeper, a shared rhythm of respect. Here, chaos is choreographed. The same city that moves at the speed of light also carries an unspoken discipline, a collective understanding that safety begins with behavior. Rules aren't just written on walls. They live in how people move, how they speak, and how they give each other space. Even as taxis weave through tight alleys and crowds blur into a single tide of motion, there's an invisible harmony that keeps everything in order. Strangers trust the system trusts its people, and that fragile balance holds strong. There's no need for fear to be shouted down, because it rarely dares to rise. Safety, here, is not a slogan. It's the quiet confidence of a society that knows how to share a small space without losing civility. And that's what makes Hong Kong extraordinary. In a city this dense, this alive, safety isn't an accident, it's an achievement. It's the result of culture, discipline, and design working together like gears in a flawless machine. Beneath the shimmer of lights and noise lies a deeper truth. Hong Kong isn't just surviving its sleeplessness, it's thriving in it. Because in this city, fear has no place to rest. In Hong Kong, safety isn't just enforced, it's understood. The city moves on invisible agreements, a kind of social choreography where millions coexist without chaos. Crowds flow through MTR stations with silent precision, doors close, trains depart, and life continues in rhythm. It's not fear of authority that keeps order, it's respect for it. Every gesture, every pause at a crossing, every quiet line at a food stall reveals something profound, a culture that values balance over defiance and community over impulse. This quiet discipline runs deep. It's the fusion of two legacies, the Chinese sense of collective responsibility and the British heritage of civic structure. Together, they form a mindset where the rules are not chains but guidelines for harmony. People follow them not because they must, but because they see the sense in them. It's a social contract without speeches, a trust built over generations that doing the right thing keeps the city alive. Even in the densest districts, Mong Kok, Central, Causeway Bay, there's an underlying calm beneath the noise. Street vendors, taxi drivers, bankers, students, all play their part in maintaining that rhythm. It's an unwritten law that respect keeps you safe and selfishness breaks the flow. When millions move with shared awareness, order becomes effortless. That's the secret of Hong Kong's safety. It doesn't rely on control alone, but on cooperation. In this city, the rules are not walls, they're bridges. Every citizen carries the code, silently, naturally, without needing to be told. And in that shared understanding lies something more powerful than fear, trust. In Hong Kong, safety wears no armor, it walks beside you. The police presence here is not meant to intimidate, but to reassure. Officers stand at corners, patrol through subways, move through crowds, calm, visible, and precise. They are guardians in plain sight, blending into the rhythm of the city rather than disrupting it. Their very presence is a quiet promise, order will hold. The Hong Kong police force, one of the oldest in Asia, built its legacy on discipline and efficiency. Decades of reform shaped it into a modern, highly trained institution known for rapid response and visible integrity. Crime rates remain strikingly low, not by coincidence, but by consistency. The streets are watched, not with paranoia, but with vigilance. Surveillance cameras, neighborhood patrols, and community engagement programs create layers of awareness that deter crime before it begins. But what truly sets Hong Kong apart is not just policing. It's the relationship between the people and those who protect them. Residents expect accountability, and in return, they cooperate. From reporting minor disturbances to offering assistance during crises, the public sees safety as a shared responsibility. The police are not distant figures. They are part of the city's rhythm, familiar, steady, trusted. In the heart of the night, when neon lights flicker and markets begin to sleep, that trust lingers. Parents let their children ride home on late buses. Shops close with confidence. Streets remain open, alive, and unafraid. Because here, safety is not simply enforced, it's maintained by people who believe in it. The guardians are not above the city. They are within it. Hong Kong's safety is not just guarded by people. It's built into the city itself. Every streetlight, every alleyway, every elevator lobby seems designed to reassure. The city glows after dark, its lights not only aesthetic but intentional, a constant invitation to move freely without fear. Skyscrapers rise like sentinels, their glass and steel reflecting not just ambition, but awareness. In Hong Kong, even the architecture keeps watch. The density that might suffocate elsewhere becomes a safeguard here. Crowded streets mean constant movement, constant presence. Eyes are everywhere, not in suspicion, but in silent protection. Cameras, security systems, and 24-hour shops turn neighborhoods into living organisms that never fully sleep. It's not surveillance for control, but for calm. The city's vertical design, its elevated walkways and interlinked buildings, foster a rhythm where strangers coexist without intrusion. Every public space feels both open and guarded. Subways are immaculate, corridors well lit, exits clearly marked. You sense that everything, from infrastructure to technology, has been engineered with one message in mind: you are safe here. It's a form of architecture that doesn't just shape how people move, but how they feel while moving. Hong Kong's skyline may symbolize progress, but its true brilliance lies in intention. Safety is woven into its concrete, its glass, its pulse. It is not a city protected by walls, but by awareness, a design that whispers assurance into the night. Here, structure and security are inseparable. The city itself is a guardian, and every beam and bridge stands as a quiet vow that life can unfold, freely, fearlessly, and without hesitation. Safety in Hong Kong is not born from luck, it's the byproduct of balance. The city's prosperity doesn't merely shine in its skyline, it breathes through its streets. When livelihoods are stable, desperation loses its shadow. Low unemployment, accessible welfare, and a steady rhythm of opportunity weave an invisible safety net beneath every resident. Here, security is not just enforced, it's earned through economic harmony. In the tightly knit neighborhoods of Hong Kong, wealth is not flaunted. It circulates quietly, building a sense of shared resilience. The elderly sit peacefully by the markets. Shopkeepers know their customers by name, and the hum of trust fills the spaces between strangers. A culture of mutual respect turns crowded districts into extended communities. Safety thrives where familiarity replaces fear. Yet, it's not only prosperity that keeps danger at bay, it's participation. Across the city, neighborhood watch groups, volunteer patrols, and community chat networks keep vigilance alive. People notice, report, respond. It's a form of watchfulness that transcends authority, a civic instinct to protect what's shared. The city breathes as one, each heartbeat tuned to collective care. Hong Kong's wealth is more than financial. It's emotional, communal, and deeply human. It's a prosperity that guards rather than divides, that builds confidence rather than walls. In this balance of welfare and watchfulness, the city reveals a rare truth: that the richest societies are not those with the most money, but the most mutual regard. In most great cities, nightfall changes everything. Streets thin out, glances sharpen, and the air grows cautious. But in Hong Kong, darkness does not bring fear, it brings rhythm. The city glows, alive with movement and trust. Families stroll beneath the flicker of neon, food stalls stay open past midnight, and the hum of conversation replaces the silence other cities call danger. Here, safety isn't a performance. It's instinctive, almost cultural. Even in moments of uncertainty, protests, political unrest, or social tension, daily life continues with remarkable composure. Markets open, children go to school, and trains arrive on time. Beneath the noise, there's a quiet understanding that chaos is fleeting, but community endures. Hong Kong's people have learned to live with tension without surrendering to fear. It's not denial, it's resilience refined through generations. This calm is not imposed by force, but shaped by awareness. Everyone watches, not with suspicion, but with shared vigilance. In cramped alleys and crowded subways, strangers coexist through silent cooperation, an unspoken social contract that values stability over impulse. Each citizen becomes a guardian of the peace they live within. To outsiders, it might look like control. To those who call it home, it's harmony. Fear rarely finds a place here because trust has already filled the room. Hong Kong doesn't simply survive uncertainty. It absorbs it, transforms it, and moves forward, steady as the tide against Victoria Harbour. Every city hides a secret beneath its skyline, even one as safe as Hong Kong. Behind the gleam of glass towers and spotless streets lies an invisible question. What does safety truly cost? Cameras watch from every corner, eyes unblinking. Escalators, elevators, intersections, all monitored, all remembered. The city feels open, yet nothing goes unseen. For many, that trade feels fair. Safety here is not the absence of danger, but the presence of vigilance. The people have accepted that visibility brings peace, that privacy bends, so order can stand unbroken. It is not fear that governs them, but faith in the system that built their calm. A quiet trust that somewhere, someone is watching, not to control, but to protect. Still, the line between protection and surveillance grows thinner every year. Technology hums beneath the daily rhythm, mapping faces, movements, and habits. Some call it security, others silent obedience. But in Hong Kong, these shadows are not seen as threats. They are part of the light itself. The city has made peace with its own reflection, even when it looks back through a lens. Perhaps that is Hong Kong's greatest paradox. Safety here is real, measurable, and deeply felt. Yet it is also constructed, maintained by systems that demand both trust and compromise. In this balance of transparency and control, Hong Kong walks a razor's edge and does so with poise. Beneath the rhythm of trams and the whisper of the harbor, Hong Kong breathes in balance. Order and chaos, freedom and restraint, all coexist in a harmony so seamless it feels effortless. Yet this harmony was not born of chance. It was built through culture, through compromise, through generations that learned that survival depends not on power, but on coexistence. Here, safety is not a policy, it is a shared ritual. The shopkeeper sweeping his doorway at dawn, the commuter queuing neatly in silence, the child walking home beneath towers of light. Each plays a part in maintaining the invisible thread that binds the city together. In Hong Kong, trust is practiced, not preached. It flows quietly between strangers who understand that order is a collective art. This is a city that has faced storms and stood unbroken. Its safety is not the calm before chaos, but the calm that outlasts it. Every law, every glance, every silent nod on a crowded train speaks to an unspoken agreement that harmony is worth defending. And in that shared belief, Hong Kong remains what few cities ever achieve, both alive and at peace. Because here, safety is not luck. It is legacy. A legacy written in light, lived in motion, and guarded by millions who understand that peace is not the absence of danger. It is the presence of understanding. In a world where fear often hides behind city lights, Hong Kong stands as a quiet contradiction, a metropolis that never stops moving, yet never feels unsafe. Its rhythm is deliberate, its calm hard-earned. Here, safety isn't a slogan, it's a way of life, built through respect, order, and the invisible trust that holds millions together. Every street corner tells a story of vigilance disguised as normalcy, of chaos tamed by collective grace. This is the unseen pact between people and place, a harmony that hums beneath the neon, proof that peace doesn't need walls to protect it. This is Asia Within, where we journey through the truths that lie behind perception, where cities reveal their souls, and safety becomes more than statistics. If this story moved you, share it and subscribe to AsiaEyeWithin, where every city has a secret and every heartbeat echoes with meaning.